Hi, my name is Ariel and I'm an exercise oncology educator with Maple Tree Cancer Alliance, and today I will be talking about the benefits of physical activity, and then I will put you through a few minutes of gentle movement at the end. Thank you for joining us today. Let's get started. Benefit number 1. Physical activity has been proven to strengthen the immune system. Certain treatments may cause a decrease in the body's white blood cells, making it harder for your body to fight infection. This is where exercise comes into play. When you exercise, your body responds by increasing the number of immune cells circulating in the blood. This can also stimulate the bone marrow to produce new immune cells that further support the body's defense mechanism. Benefit number 2, physical activity decreases fatigue levels. Most cancer treatments cause persistent whole body exhaustion that ultimately interfere with all daily functioning activities and interactions. Regular physical activity can boost energy levels, combat fatigue, and improve quality of life. Consistent physical activity, so being keyword is consistent and regular activity, can actually stimulate the release of endorphins, which are the body's natural mood lifters. So the more you move, the better you feel. But again, we need to make sure it's consistent movement. So, we don't move one day and then not again for 5 days. We're not going to see those benefits. So trying your best to do a little bit every day and slowly, gradually progress the duration and the intensity that you are moving. Benefit number 3. Physical activity can help protect your body against late side effects of treatment. Most treatments can cause long-term side effects that are temporary or even may last several years. Some of these long-term side effects are cardiovascular issues, increased risk of a diagnosis of another cancer, nerve damage, hot flashes, lymphedema, and joint and bone pain. How can exercise help, you may ask? Exercise strengthens the heart, the lungs, and improve circulation, which can counteract some of the cardiovascular issues caused by cancer treatments. It also helps maintain a healthy weight, lowers blood pressure, and reduces the risk of all diseases. And lastly, exercise promotes lymph fluid circulation, which can prevent and reduce swelling. Benefit number 4. Physical activity can improve and increase pain tolerance. Pain can be caused by damage to the tissues and nerves from the original tumor, by the cancer itself, or related to its treatments. When you exercise, it stimulates the release of endorphins, which are the natural painkillers produced by the body. Regular exercise can also help reduce inflammation, which is the most common source of pain. Improve circulation. This enhances blood flow and helps deliver oxygen and nutrients to tissues more effectively, aiding in tissue repair.
I'm Sivia, your exercise oncology instructor with Maple Tree Cancer Alliance. This 12-week yoga program is designed to improve your strength, balance, and flexibility. The slow, controlled movements and deep breathing exercises will help you to build awareness in both the mind and the body. Each week will increase the difficulty of each flow. Today we'll be focusing on release and relax, and we'll be on the floor the entire exercise. In addition to the floor, you will also need a yoga mat. It may also be good to have a pillow or a folded up blanket close by as well for any modifications. The following exercises are meant to be pain-free. If you notice any pain in any exercises, please skip and go back to what felt good. There may be some discomfort, especially after surgery, but there shouldn't be any pain. So let's get started. So we'll begin in this easy seated position. Find somewhere comfortable. You can have your legs up like this, or you can tuck them under. You want to feel comfortable, shoulders relaxed, chest out. If this is a little tight on your hips, you can put a blanket under your sit bones to kind of elevate your hips. So just settling in, we're gonna take 3 cleansing breaths. By cleansing, I mean breathing in that positive energy, and then on exhaling, we're letting go any of that negative energy. So 3 breaths in through the nose and out. 2 more on your own. Last one. Good. So from here, we're going to bring our arms all the way up, reach them as high as you can, feeling that stretch. And we're going to take our right hand over to the right side and bending over with our left arm reaching, feeling that side body stretch right here. Breathing into that side body, we'll take 2 breaths here. Coming back to center, and we're going to go to the other side. Left hand comes down, right arm reaches over. Back to center, arms up and coming down. We'll put our arms on our knees. And from here, we're going to do something called a seated cat-cow. So basically, we're going to tuck our chin to our chest, and we're going to rotate, curve this spine. And then coming out of it, we're going to lift up, pulling our chest forward, chin coming up. On the inhale, you'll be coming up. And on the exhale, you'll be rounding the spine. One more from each. Good, and coming back into center. So from here, we're gonna reach our arms all the way up again. We're gonna take that right arm back to where we were, but this time we're gonna take our left arm and we are gonna drop it down, crossing over the body to the left side, bringing the right arm up. And doing the same thing, bringing the right arm down, coming to the right side with the left arm up. So from here, you can kind of take your own pace, your own flow, breathing when you come down, exhaling when you come up. Good. Since we started on the right, we'll end on the left side. Arms coming up and releasing back down. From here, we'll switch our right leg. So if you have your left or your right leg on top, we will switch to kind of even out. And from here, we're going to take a seated forward fold. So we're going to bring our arms up high and we're going to reach forward. If this isn't accessible for you, being here is totally okay. The point is to feel the stretch in the back and to try and keep that back as straight as you can. A couple breaths here, just feel what you need. And coming back to center. Good. From here, we're going to bring our arms up again. And then we're going to take this left arm over to the right side and bringing the right arm down for a seated twist. If you can, bring that scapula, your shoulder blade, back to your spine. And then if you're able to, look back over your right shoulder and breathe here. All right, releasing that, bringing the arms back up. Taking that left hand down and the right hand to the left knee. Up nice and tall, trying to get that shoulder blade touching your spine and then turning the head back over that left shoulder. Couple breaths here. Good, and we'll meet back in center, arms up, and back to your knees. From here, we're gonna move into something called tabletop position. So however you'd like to get there, you're gonna be on all fours. You want your knees and your hips aligned, and then you want your ankles and your shoulders aligned. The first movement here is pretty simple. You're gonna do the tabletop cat-cows. Earlier we did seated cat-cows. So we're gonna round the spine, tuck the chin, and inhale. And on the exhale, you're gonna release, bringing that chin up. Do 2 more on your own. Good. All right. From here, we're just going to take our right leg and we're going to lift it back, tucking the toes. And we're just going to do a simple calf stretch. You can pulse coming up and back down, or you can kind of keep it stationary and just really push into that stretch there. Again, you don't want it to hurt. You want it to feel good. From here, release, and let's do the other side. Good. Release back down. Alrighty. From here, we're going to bring our right hand up for a tabletop twist. And bring it back down. Then we're going to do the other side. And back down. One more on each side. Arm up. Down. And arm up. And down. Good. Alrighty, from here we're going to go back to our legs. On an inhale, bring the right leg up and back. And then you're going to bring it across to the right side. So you want your leg to be, the right leg to be out to the right side. If this feels good, stay here. If you'd like to get a little bit more of a challenge or more of a stretch, you can push back and kind of put your bottom to your foot if that feels good for you. If not, you are more than welcome to stay right here. A couple breaths here. And then moving back to tabletop, you're going to bring the right leg back to center and you're going to cross it over to the left side, tucking the toes. And then you're going to take your your head, and you're going to move it to the left, and you're going to look past your left shoulder, and you're going to try and see if you can see your left foot. You should be feeling it in this side body here. Good. From here, let's bring it back and release it down. And then we're going to do something called child's pose. If you need a break in between, you're going to push back, extend your arms out, bring the forehead to the mat, and just breathe for a moment. Coming back to tabletop, we're going to do the other side. So we're going to bring that left leg up and out, and then we're going to take it out to the left side. Again, if it feels good staying right here, you can hold it stationary, or you can push it back if you need more of a stretch. If you're able to, you can also reach forward more. And your goal is to get the forehead to the mat, but that's just the goal. That's not where you have to be. One more big inhale here. And coming back up, bringing that left leg back to midline, and then we're going to cross it over our body, tucking that toe, holding it here, and you really want to feel it in that left side body. One more breath. Good. Bringing that leg back down and then pushing back again to child's pose for a break. A couple breaths here. Take a rest. Good. From here, we're going to transition back to our easy seat. Having our legs crossed. Again, if you'd like to have a blanket under your hip bones to kind of elevate your pelvis. So from here, we're going to extend both of our legs out long. Let me move this way. We're going to bring our right leg up in, and then we're going to bring it over our left leg. From here, our arms come up on the inhale, and then you're going to take your right arm back behind your hip, and then you're going to bring the left arm, elbow to the right knee. Let's take 3 breaths here, big inhales and big exhales. Good. Coming back. Release this right leg. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Bending this leg up, left leg into the chest, crossing it over the right side. Arms coming up. Left hand behind to the left hip. Right elbow to the left knee. One more big inhale and exhale. Coming back to midline, releasing that stretch. All right, from here, we're going to bring our arms up, and then we're going to take both arms behind our hips, and we're going to focus on lifting the chest up high, really grounding in on your wrists and through your shoulders. If you're protecting your neck, you don't need to come back this far. You can hold it up here. If you're able to extend your neck back, that's great. If you're wanting more of a stretch, you can ground through your wrists and you can lift up. If that's too much, stay right here. You want to lift and shine the heart. Take a good inhale and exhale. One more. Good. Releasing that, arms coming up all the way. And from here, we're going to take a forward fold. You want to hinge at your hips first, keeping your back as flat and as straight as you can. So from here, your goal is you're just going to reach for your toes. And you're going to keep that back nice and flat. If you can't touch your toes, that's totally okay. You'll either have your hands here on your shins, you can have them here, but you want to be able to feel that stretch in the hamstrings in the back. From here, curve your spine and think about your forehead going to your knees as much as you can and as much as feels comfortable. One more inhale here. And coming back to center. Shake the legs out. Do what feels good here. I always like to shake it out. You know, we're stretching, but it feels good to kind of let it loose and put some pressure on your legs. From here, we're going to come into something called boat pose. You can make this a little more challenging if you'd like. So you're going to ground in with your sit bones, bend your knees, and you're going to lift them off the ground, bringing your arms up parallel to the floor. And you're going to hold it here if you're able to. If this isn't accessible, you can stabilize with the right, stabilize with the left, and alternate. But if you're up here holding, we'll take one more breath. And from here, we're gonna slowly lower ourselves down to the mat. If that's not accessible, come down however feels good to your body. From here, we're just gonna take a full body stretch. It feels good to lay on the floor. All right, and then let's bring our knees into our chest. Really squeeze them in. Rotate side to side, massage your spine, massage your back. And then from here, sometimes it can be helpful to have your hands on your knees. If not, you can let your knees kind of go on their own. But from here, we're gonna rotate to the right and around. You should be able to feel it right on the low back, kind of giving it a bit of a massage. If this isn't comfortable to hold the knees, then we'll put our arms down and you kind of let your knees do the work for you. And then the last rotation, we'll take it the other side. Do 3 rotations for each side. You want it to feel nice and even. And then from here, our hands will go onto our knees again. And we're gonna take our knees apart, down and around. You should really feel it in the hip flexors, your inner thighs. Slow and controlled. And then we'll do about 3 rotations, and then we'll go down and around from the inside, then out. And then about 3 rotations that way as well. And don't forget to breathe. Big inhales and big exhales. It's easy to lose the breath. Alrighty, from here, let's place our feet flat on the floor, kind of right behind our sit bones. Get in a good, comfortable position. We're gonna do something called bridge pose. Our arms are going to be flat. And from here, we're gonna lift up our pelvis and our hips are gonna go high. Your shoulders are gonna be your big stabilizer here, and you're gonna use your glutes as your foundation. So we're gonna push up, hips go high, and you're gonna hold here for 3 breaths, slow and controlled. On your 3rd breath, if you're there, we're gonna slowly lower down, 1 vertebrae at a time, reset, and then we're gonna do it again. When you're ready, on the inhale, we're gonna slowly lift up, squeezing those glutes, holding, and slowly let down. Good. All right, full body stretch. Breathe here. And then, if this feels good for you, you can roll onto one side. We're just gonna make our way back to an easy seated position. Okay, so that will conclude the poses, this flow today. Thank you so much for letting me guide you. If you'd like to take a couple minutes on your own time, find a quiet, calm area, set a timer on your phone, play some calming music, and take what's called Shavasana. It's just a couple minutes of silence. You can kind of de-stress and let all your worries go. But for now, I will see you next week. Thank you so much.